Everything is very good. Thank you for having me on today.
It is so awesome to get you on the show, and of course, I know you're excited. I'm about halfway through the new book. I got the little, the copy there from your people, and
Yes.
I am loving it so far.
Oh, good.
A totally new spin. This is your first, I guess, TNA book, right?
Yeah, it is the first TNA total. Just total nonstop action. I'm not talking about showing a lot of skin for those listeners who don't know.
And we appreciate that very much. By
Everyone
the way.
does.
Yes. But kind of that first journey into that world. First of all, I want to ask you, how tough was it kind of finally breaking up with Vince McMahon and the WWE?
It was. It was a really difficult decision. Breaking up, is a appropriate way of putting it. Is kind of like. Even when I was away from them, I would kind of come and go after I got out of full-time wrestling in 2000. But I was kind of always attached, like by umbilical cord,
Right.
So I was kind of doing my own thing, but there was always that connection. And obviously, when you go to work for the competition, it's a major step to make. And it was one I felt like I needed to and wanted to make, and it's just in the past week, this bizarre, people find it really odd that WWE has gone out of their way to mention my book on their shows, which they have never done for anybody.
Right. Now, what's up with that, you think? Come on.
You know what? I
twist
believe,
your arm here.
People are speculating a bunch of things, but I'm very happy I'm under contract to TNA. I do appreciate them mentioning the book, and I think it will help it. And if their motive is to get me, not that they're going to ask, but eventually they may to go accept their invitation into their Hall of Fame, it probably worked, because it's really hard to be angry with people who are going out of their way to do something nice for you.
Now, and speaking of nice, you are one of the, even though the Cactus Jack and the Mankinds of the world, are portrayed as some of the more ruthless wrestling characters, you are one of the nicest and thoughtful, I guess, pro wrestlers and just human beings out there. Where does it come from? Seriously, how are you able to go back and forth and flip the switch? And of course, in the book as well, you tell stories in there about some of the great charity work you've done too.
Yeah, and hopefully, occasionally I get criticism for doing that, and I really, I believe that this book, for reasons I explain in the book, later on in the book, you haven't gotten to the afterward. It kind of felt like a gift that was presented to me through the inspiration of a unlikely source, and I thought it was my one last chance to really have some extra money to contribute to a couple of causes, and so I've donated the advance, which was fairly, not like president's type of substantial, but it was very low six figures, but still six. So it was
it's money out of your pocket, man. That's
money that my wife and kids have just found out via the book jacket that will be coming to us. And I guess my daughter's like, why can Dad be so cheap at home and then give away his money? But it really felt like something I wanted to do, and I'm hoping that by reading this, it's something that I'll be able to talk about on shows like this, and it's even given me outlets to talk to women's groups that would normally not be interested in talking to a wrestler at all. And I did National Public Radio when I was in New York. And so I do believe it's my chance to make a little bit of a difference.
How are you able to stay so grounded? You see so many stories out there, and you see so much of I guess the bad side of pro wrestling. But how are you able to stay so grounded? You seem to be like this guiding light, this bar that everyone needs to try to follow.
I think it has a lot to do with my wife making sure I never get a big head.
Yeah.
She's there to knock me back down to size. And I think I had some really good influences when I was younger in wrestling.
Yeah.
People telling me to save my money, to realize it wasn't going to last forever.
Right.
And, WWE did such a great job with the wish granting, Make-A-Wish and groups like that you got to see the bigger picture, that it wasn't just about going out there and having a match and making money, that there was this sense of joy. I know, there were critics of what we do, but what we do brings people out of happiness.
Well, it's a real honor to have you on. Seriously, I'm a big fan of so many people out there as well. Countdown to Lockdown. They can get the book, right? Where can they get it at?
They can get it anywhere books are sold, and also Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, anywhere. And if they want to see me in action again, I will be on live television on Spike TV.
Yes.
Against the Nature Boy Ric Flair, possibly the greatest. Yes, woo! Possibly the greatest wrestler of all time.
Well, it's an honor having you on, Mick. It really is. Thank you so much for taking some time out for us. Continued best of luck. We're going to be watching you on Spike against the Nature Boy. Hey, you guys be in there. Be safe. Have a great match. And, yeah, let's do it again sometime, okay?